Hi everybody, welcome to Conan Nurseries. We've been growing and selling plants, trees, and shrubs for over 100 years. Let's take a tour and see a whole lot of plants. Do you know the three main parts of a plant? Let's start at the bottom with the roots. Then there's the trunk, and we make our way all the way up to the top to the leaves. When we grow trees to sell, we dig them up, wrap the roots and soil in a cloth called burlap, and keep everything held together in a wire basket. Picturing where you might see plants and trees, your backyard, the park, a forest, or a trail, does every tree look the same in nature? Take a second to look at the human sitting next to you. Do you look exactly the same? Most likely not. Trees are like people in that everyone grows a little bit differently. Even when we have thousands of the same type growing, we see differences in our own fields and our own nursery. Plants and trees are important parts of our environment for many reasons. They provide us with clean air and oxygen. They are a place to live or a habitat for bees, animals, birds, and insects. They help to cool our climate by providing shade, which helps to cool our temperatures. What do you think? Would you rather sit under a tree in the shade or in a hot parking lot in the full sun? We also think one of the best parts of trees is that they give us a place to climb. Looking at this field of trees growing, you can see that we've kept them the same size, height, and shape. And wait a minute, was that a puppy? Did you see that? Let's go back. We'll go a little bit slower and keep an eye out for the puppy in the pot. There she is. Meet Raven. She's the lucky dog of one of our production directors, and she gets to come to work every day while she's young. We know that trees and plants are our favorite things, but we have a feeling that you might enjoy seeing how we move them around. Thanks to machinery such as this Kubota tractor, our trees that weigh several hundred pounds can be moved from one place to another or onto a truck to be delivered to its destination in a garden, park, or forest. The root system is the most important part of a plant, and for these trees it is all contained in the wire basket and burlap. Adjustable forks in the Kubota make it possible to squeeze the root ball just enough to move it, but not harm it before it goes to its next place. You are what you eat. You may have heard your parents tell you to eat your vegetables because you are what you eat. Eating healthy foods is important for your growth and development, and we love that many fruits and vegetables can be grown in your own garden or planter. So if you are what you eat, we also think you should eat what you grow. Let's take a drive by this cherry orchard. Hundreds of cherry trees are in bloom. When they flower, they produce a dust called pollen. Pollen gets moved from blossom to blossom by bees and insects, and that's what causes the cherries to begin growing. Vegetables and herbs are easy to grow too, and they start from seed or seedling plants. Tomatoes, cucumbers, melons, pumpkins, and peppers are just a few of the things waiting here for people to select them for their own gardens. Which veggies would you like to grow this season? So, if you are what you eat, can you grow pizza? We don't see any pizza on these racks, but there are lots of delicious herbs for the sauce. Plus, you can grow lots of delicious toppings for the pizza. Tomatoes, mushrooms, basil, peppers, zucchini, onions. And then for dessert, we have berries and small fruits that are started by growing in pots and ready to be transplanted into your gardens at home. That's a whole lot of pots and plants. Thankfully, over the past 100 years, things have changed and we've incorporated machinery into our potting and planting process. Soil drops from a large bin above into the pot, and our team places a plant, roots down of course, into each pot, compacts the soil, and it moves along a conveyor. Then our machine operator picks up 10 rows of 10 pots, so 100 pots at a time, and moves them into our greenhouse for growing. The same machine is able to set down all 100 pots into their rows. so that they can receive the care that they need to grow into larger plants. This is just one of many greenhouses that get filled with crops throughout the year to ensure that plants are always ready for when they are needed. What will these plants need to grow? Take a second and see if you have any ideas. Most importantly is the sun or light. Next is water. Temperature is also very important, and if you think about where we live, when do plants and trees start to grow, flower, and get their leaves? For us, this happens in the spring, when winter fades and warmer temperatures begin. If you're wearing shorts and t-shirts, plants are growing. Air and circulation are also needed for healthy plants. And lastly, they need food to grow. Pizza? We don't feed them pizza, but they do get vitamins and nutrients on a regular basis to help them develop strong roots, stems, and leaves. Just as machinery has made planting easier, automation has helped us to improve our care for our plants. Overhead sprinklers provide the water that the plants need, and we are able to water thousands at once. Caring about our environment is important to us as well, and we have holding ponds at every farm that catch rainwater, as well as our own water runoff so that it can be used again and again. We have a crew of people that make up our quality control team to make sure that everything is growing at the same rate and size. And wait a minute, Raven, she is one picky puppy. Plants keep on growing, and sometimes we're really lucky to see a rainbow of color in our greenhouses. Here's a great example of plants in a similar family, all having different traits. Some are lime green, some are red, some are dark green, some are burgundy. Okay, I know this is a lot of information, and you're probably hoping for more machines. We're almost there, guys. Not only do we grow plants, we have lots of great partners that grow plants for us. They arrive on racks and trucks for us to receive and stock in our greenhouse. They also arrive from other nurseries and get unloaded by and moved by machines. Big heavy tree, no problems for the Kubota. Trees from other nurseries across Canada and the United States arrive to add to our own inventory. Shipped on large tractor trailers, we unload the flatbeds and often load up our own trees to send across the country as well. Finally, one of our most asked questions when we give tours is, are there human-eating plants? We're happy to say that none of our plants have ever eaten a human, but we do have these pretty cool plants called Venus flytraps, and they do eat flies. Little tiny trigger hairs sense when something lands or touches its leaves, then snap shut to trap its prey. Did you see it grab my stick? We hope that you enjoyed our virtual tour today, and we hope to see you in person one day soon. Plants and trees are important to us, and every day we like to say that we're planting together for the future. From Raven and all of our team at Conin Nurseries, we hope you have a great time in the garden this summer.